Hello. I think it should work. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay, fine. There is some glitch in my headphone, then I need to replace it. So let me discuss the question entirely from start. So the question says we are given a integer matrix n cross m integer matrix grid, and we are also given three integers x, y and k, where x, y representing the starting point. Here they have also mentioned the integer x, y representing the row and column indices of a top left corner of a square submatrices, and integer k represent the size of a square matrices. And our task is to flip the submatrix by reversing the order of row vertically. So what they are trying to say, let me go through. It will be quite clear if I it is fine, right? So what they are trying to say, we are given one matrix and we are given three integer x, y and k, where xy is the coordinate of submatrix. There is one submatrix, let's say this is the submatrix they are referring. So the starting point of this submatrix is this xy, and what this k denotes this length of square. So this is what the question frame, and what we have to do, if you see, like, our task is to flip the submatrix by reversing the order of its row vertically. So let's say these are the rows, these are the four rows. So what we have to do, we have let me number it 1 2 3 and 4. So what we have to do, we have to reverse swap these two and this two. So this is the task. So are you able, like, is there any confusion in question? Let me go through the chat. I think there is no confusion. So this is our task. And one more thing, it's easy question, so we have to look like constraint also, like constraint is pretty small, so we can brute force also. So first brute force solution, like what we can do, let's say for example, let's say we have a matrix, then we iterate through each cell. Once we have encountered, let's say this is the starting point xy coordinate, once we have encountered this point, then simply we are let's say this is the submatrix. So what we'll do, we'll once simply we'll just swap this but it look quite complicated, right? Because we have figured out this point, we easily figure out this point because this point is given. To figure out this point, we just need we have to put some calculation, we have to do calculations, and there are scenarios like do we miscalculate this point and this should not work. So what I did during contest, like, to simplify this process, what I did, see, we are interested into the column, right? We are not even individual, we are just interested into the rows, sorry, not column, we are just interested into the rows. So instead of going to element by element, what we can do, we just simply take out this submatrix to a new matrix. Let's say this is our new matrix. Now see how Why I am doing this, you'll just notice, like here we need this all the starting points of all the rows, but it might happen that it will implementation heavy. See here we have clean matrix. Now we do this is 0 comma 0. We iterate through this way. This once we are while iterating this way, we see that rows are we are having the starting point of each rows without even calculating this. And we know this is first row, we know this is last row, let's this nth row. So we simply using swap function, we swap row 1 and row n. Likewise, then we swap row 2 and row n minus 1. This way we go to till r n by 2 and we're done with all the reversing part. Let me take one example, then it will quite clear. Let me take this. See, so as I explained, what we'll do from this matrix, we'll extract this part. So it's like 5 6 7, then 9 10 11, then 13 14 15. See, we have extracted this part. Now simply we run for loop. If I say, like for example, we simply run for loop for row is equal to 0 till what, like this is the k, right? This is k. So while swapping, we just need to go till k less than k by 2 and row plus plus. And what we'll do here, we'll simply swap row I and row k by 2 minus I minus 1 row. That's it. So this is the pseudo code. Let me take you to the coding part. Arey Ashish, thanks, bye. So what this for loop is doing here, see, we know the starting point. X is our starting, like ith, and y is our xy coordinate. We know the starting point, right? For example, so what I simply did, see, we have this matrix. I know this starting point, so and I'm just interested into this part. So I know this is xy coordinate, and I simply iterate through only this coordinate, and I created a new matrix with size k cross k. So this is what I am doing in this, like I'm extracting the required candidate of my new matrix, and I'm making new matrix in this V. Then simply what I did, I swap the first row with last row, second row with second last row, third row with third last row, likewise till k, like whatever is, like this is the k. I can write, because I know this is k by 2, and I swap each one, like this is what we are required to do. And now finally what I am doing in the given grid, because this we did, we created this separate matrix because of simplicity, right? But we want to update here in this part, so we simply copy out all the updated element into this part. So again what I did, I have gone through each and individual element and updated with the new entries, and I simply written. So this is what the required solution for first problem. Let me go through the chat. Is it fine, right? Did you guys have any doubt? Let me move to the second question then. Okay. Nice. So the question number 2, maximum key to sort a permutation. Wait, what happened? Nice. The second question is like, you are given an integer array nums of length n, where nums is a permutation of number in range 0 to n minus 1. Okay. You may swap element at indexes I, j only if nums of I and nums of j is equal to k, where n denotes the bitwise end, and we have to return the maximum value of k such that array can be sorted in non-decreasing order using any number of swaps, and if n is already sorted, return 0. Okay. So during contest I haven't read this return 0, and that's why I got 2 wrong penalties. This is also a nice observational problem. So what they're trying to say, wait, what happened? Why I'm not able to click? Why? Just a second. Okay. Yeah, now it is fine. Right. So what they're trying to say, we are given an array, it's a permutation of any, let's say n is equal to 6. So we have permutation of 1 to 6 numbers, 4, 6, 5, and we have to sort this in a increasing order from non-decreasing order. That's it's increasing order because we don't have repetition here, so we have to make array sorted like in this format. So we have noticed that, like, if this array is not sorted, if it is sorted, then we simply return 0. This is one edge case, and if this is not sorted, right? So our goal is to make this array sorted, and the operation allowed, we just swap. Only operation allowed is to swap two number, and one more restriction, we can only swap like, see, we can only swap two numbers if their and is equal to k, and of that two number is equal to k. if we swap this, let's say the operation allowed are swap I and j if nums of I and nums of j yeah, this is equal to k, and we know we can sort this array, right, using any sorting algorithm. Like we can also use, there is no restriction in number of, so the famous algorithm I know, like, is the bubble sort. We can using maximum, it take n square but it sort, right, it take n square operation, it at max in worst case, but it sort order of n square it take. It's going to lag. So there is no like restriction in sort. Like we know it is possible, like it's never ever it's impossible, like we can always sort the numbers even though in a finite states. So but the main crux is we need a k, the maximum value of k. Like what is the maximum value of k we can uh, get, so array can be sorted. If there is no restriction in k, see, the question is too simple. If there is no restriction, if we have no restriction, let's say for example, if I take 1 3 5 4 and 2, see, if I need to sort, if there is no restriction, like whatever is there, and I'm not worrying about right now. So we swap these two elements, this and this. I can swap this, this is as it is. Now I can swap these two numbers and see, array got sorted, right? So this is what we have to do. And one more observation, like while doing this we have come up with one more observation. See, let's say there are n x number of element which are unsorted in given permutation. Let's say we have n number of elements, and among this and this, let's say this x element are unsorted, like they are not in their correct position, this x. So we have x element which are not sorted. So anyhow we need to touch this element to make this entire element sorted, right? Anyhow we need to touch this element. So let's say n1 n2 n3 n4, and there is one more and property of bitwise AND. Like see, there is a and b is, let's say, x1, and if we have a and b and c is x2. So the property says x1 is always greater than or equal to with x. I think my face is hiding this light. Okay, my face is hiding this. Let me drag. So what property says, like x like and bitwise AND of more and more number, you will get a lesser number. So and we need to give what is the maximum possible value of x, and we need to ensure that we have touched all the element. Then it simply tell that we need to take, see, we have x1, x2, x3, x4, let's say x5. These are the elements which are not at their correct position, so we need to sort them out. x2, x3, x4, and x5. So I can argue like this is the maximum possible value of k can achievable, because see, if you sort, like if you want to swap this to number, then the k should at least, this should at least greater than equal to k1. If you combine all this, like if you combine all this, then we'll get a final equation. If you combine x1 and x2, I see there are 4 people in currently. 6, okay, nice. So this should greater than k2. Then if I say x1 with x3, this should greater than equal to k3. So we want the combination of this all k's, and we can say, we can take now k1 and k2 and up till kn, that is what our desirable k. So in simple term, if I say, this is too much explanation, but let me tell you what is the simplest way. See, we have n1, n2, n3, n4, n5, n6, n7. We have this many numbers, and let's say this and this are not sorted, like this is 1 2, let's say 1 2 3, this is 4 5 6, it says 7 3 and 5. So this not this is correct, this. So see, we need to put this 3 at this position, right? So we need to swap these two elements, 3 and 7, and consider we can only swap if their end is greater than, let's say current, we can say 3 and 7. We can say our final answer k will be this, and for time being I am considering to k1. Now 3 is at correct position, right? Now I need to swap these two guys. So now my k should also is equal to 7 and 5. Let's say this is k2. So what I will do to satisfy this also, I will take a combination of these two, like k1 and k2. This will give me a smallest k that satisfied by this pair also and satisfied by this pair also. Let's say this is the smallest pair which is possible. So actually they are trying to ask this only. Code is too simple, but it might go too long while explaining, but it's okay. See what I did, I answer is equal to -1 means I no need to, I'm assuming the entire array is sorted. So if array is sorted, I have missed this condition while live contest and I got 2 wrong submission. So this is just checking, like answer is equal to -1, that means there is no element we have found which is unsorted. So we simply return 0, otherwise we return desired answer. So what I am doing, I am iterating to each element and I am saying if nums of I is not equal to I, means see, nums here, nums of I is equal to I, मतलब index, and this nums of I is also is equal to is index, but 7 is not equal to 3, means 7 is unsorted at this position. So I need to consider this element. So currently I am saying my answer is equal to nums of, because 7 should be in my final calculation. Now for each unsorted element I am doing AND with my current answer, and here I will get, after doing this I will get a final smallest k possible to do all the valid swaps, and whatever is the final answer we return it out. So this is all about second question. एक बार चैट पे चलते हैं भाई. हेलो गाइस, फीडबैक दे सकते हो भाई, कैसा जा रहा है, मतलब समझ नहीं आ रहा पूरा, समझ कुछ आया कि क्या बोल रहा वही समझ नहीं आ रहा. अभिषेक, हर्ष, ध्रुव, मिलन, आई कोई तो कुछ बोल दो. छह व्यूअर हैं, ठीक है, समझ में आ ही रहा होगा, मतलब कोई कुछ बोल नहीं रहा तो. नाइस नाइस, चलो ठीक है. लेट्स मूव टू द थर्ड क्वेश्चन देन. Let me hide. So maximum total from optimal activation order. You are given a two integer array, value and limit both of length n. Initially all elements are inactive. You may active them in any order. To active an inactive element at index I, the number of currently active element must be strictly less than limit I. Okay. When you activate the element at index I, it add value I to the total activation value, that is the sum of value I of all the element that has undergo activation operation. Again, why I am not able to click? क्लिक क्यों नहीं हो रहा? Now it is working. So कहाँ थे? All the element, ठीक है. After each activation, if number of currently active element become x, then all the j where limit j is less than x become permanently inactive, even if they are already active. Return the maximum total you can obtain by choosing the activation order optimally. Okay, इसको थोड़ा let me go through the whiteboard. See, we have value array, we have value array, 358, 358, and we have limit array, 213. So we are free to choose any element, but we need to make sure the necessary condition we have described here. They have described. So what are the condition? Let's say, and also we want maximum value at the end. So best possible answer is we can activate all the element without any, like without wasting the single of them, so we can extract all this value. That is what the maximum possible thing. So firstly, like I thought of binary search on answer, like if k is possible, like if k is possible, then k minus 1 is also possible, like k minus 2 is also possible, but k plus 1 is not possible. So I will binary search on the big range in log n time. Like I will check each k is possible or not in order of n. This is what I thought initially, but then I realized, what if I try to pick maximum, for example, say like if I activate this element, I get 5 point, and the limit of this element, like previously there are no there is not limit of I element should activate. If there is one element is already activated, so I will not able to activate this current element, this element. So let me erase this. So I tried greedy and it's work actually. Let me tell you how. So what will I see to activate this element? See, to activate, when it's beneficial to activate this element or this element. See, if we have currently large number of activate element, then obviously the element which have lower limit will automatically deactivate even we haven't activate them earlier. So what I greedily do, I greedily checked, like first I sort out on the base of the limit. So I sorted out on the base of the limit, like 5 1, then 3 2 8 3. So I sorted on the base of this limit. Now I know I have to activate this element earlier than this element, and I have to activate this element earlier than this element, because this element can survive up to 3 activate element, and this element will survive only up to 2, and this element will survive only up to 1. So currently we have 0 active element, so I can activate this. Let's say my answer I am storing, so I grab this 5 point value, 5 value by, and now my currently activated element is 1, right? So this element got, like, this is 1, then this element, and let me write here the value and the limit. Now can I activate this element? Yes, because currently only one element is activated, and this element can survive up to 2, right? So I can also activate this element, so this element can also activate. This is my activation, like whichever element is activated I will keep into a separate data structure. So I will add 3 to my score, and similarly I can also activate this element also, and it added, so I can grab 8, 5, 16, right? Yeah. And yeah, now this is the simple example. It will not clear out the concept, but let me take you through the another example. Here what we have seen, that now the limit are same. See, this is the value array 4 to 6. We have 4 to 6, and this is the limit 1, 1 and 1. So again we'll look greedily, like we want maximum value at the end, which is possible in the best scenario, like best activation, whichever element order you activate, we want maximum. So see this, if you activate, let's say, let me sort out, if I sort out this way, will it this optimal or not? Let me check, we'll check this. See, if I active this element can currently there is 0 active element, right? 0 currently active element, so I can activate this element. So the limit is 1, and my current answer is 1, no sorry 2, value is 2. Now the point is, I'm not able to activate this element nor this element, because the limit is 1 and one element is already activated. So this will, without even utilizing their value, this element got permanent inactive. So what observation we can take from this example? Let's say, let me first group out. Let's say there are this element 2, 3, 6 which has limit 1. Let's say there are element 5, 4, 10 which has limit 5, and let's say there are element 10 which has limit 2. So what we'll do, currently wait, yeah, so current activate element, like active element is 0, right? So from this block I can activate one element, because unless once I activate one element, all will die, like I can say inactivate. So for me this is the best case, right? If I activate, like I can, this is the maximum possible I can grab from this block. So I will add 6 to my answer. Now the current activate element turns out to be 1. So This is fine. Now should I activate from this or should I activate from this? Obviously from second, because once I will start activating this guys, this will activate, no problem. But you will see, once I activate, uh, while activating 6, count is 1. Let's say I activated 10, count is 2. This guy will die, even contributing to our final answer. So we'll go limit by limit. Like, let me move this guy and this guy to mhm, to here. Now it is fine. So what we'll do, currently we have one active element, right? So I can activate this element also. Now I have, see, these are the count 1 2, and these are the limit. This is limit. So this can also activated, right? So now we'll move to this block. Again we'll greedily extract the maximum one. We extract the third element. Similarly we extract this element also, because the limit is 5 and currently we have 3 activate element. So add 10, add 4 also. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 guys are activated. We can activate this guy also, 5. What if here instead of 5 3 was given? Let's say 4 was given. Yeah, one more thing I did wrong here. See, limit is 1. Yeah, I did a mistake here. So there is one currently active guy and its limit is 1. Once I have activate this guy, let's say 10. Now the currently activate element is 2. There are 2 currently activate element, but the limit of this guy which is currently activated is limit is 1, so it will die. So now the count will change to 1 again. See, the thing is, while activating it contributed, right? Now it goes deactivate, there is no issue. So that's why we have moved to limit, lower limit to higher limit, because once the guy has contributed, and it will got inactivate in future due to the limit, there is no issue with that. But see, if the guy, let's say for example, if we first activated this guy whose limit is 5, and it will not allow other guys to activate it. Once you do dry run with more examples, you will notice. So this is what the main intuition behind this problem. Let me take you through the code. Yeah, so I created a map. Let me give you the context of code also once. So I want this type of data structure where key can be the limit and the value can be this element. So I have created a map where key is the limit and these are the corresponding candidates. So this way I have created a map. Then I have created Then I have maintaining a set, multi-set, which maintain the currently activated elements. So this set will take the currently activated element. Now this is I'm moving block by block. So this is my current limit. Let's say I am at this block. I am at this block. Then my limit is 1. Current limit is 1. So I'm storing my current limit here. Now I sorted in reverse order because I want as max as possible, like as max as possible candidate which contribute to my answer, so it will maximize my overall answer. Now what I do, using this while loop, I am checking, like, see, I have currently, let's say there are some element which are activated previously, let's say that. So there are possibilities that got deactivated due to their limit. So that is what I am checking here. I'm like extracting the minimum guy, like set maintain the order in increasing order. So I'm extracting the guy which has the lowest limit. If its limit got crossed, so I'm removing, like I'm maintaining a activated count, like whichever element is currently activated. So I'm decreasing the count of activated, and I'm also removing that element from my active set, multi-set. That is nice. So this is what we have handled properly, whichever, like whosever element limit exceeded, we have removed. So currently we have some in my active variable, I have currently activated element. So now I need to proceed with the, see, this is the pre-computation we did because it will not affect the current level. Current level limit is already greater than the previous level because we have already sorted in increasing order. So that's why there is no restriction with current level. So what we'll do, we'll extract as many as element. I have sorted this in increasing, like decreasing order. So let's say if I currently at this level and I have sorted this element like this, so I start grabbing this element as max as I can grab unless and until the limit got crossed. Let's say currently activate element is 1, no sorry, let's say 2, then it will nice. So I can grab this element also, currently activated 3, 4 and 5. So I can grab these two. If currently activated element is 3, so I can grab max 2 element from this level because its limit is 5. So this is what I am doing here. And once we proceed all the level, we'll get the maximum possible value through greedy approach. So this is what all about the first 3 question of this contest, and I haven't tried until, like I haven't tried the first one yet. So this is what all about this stream. I hope this is a nice experience. Anyway, I'm learning how to do stream. Akshit Verma. Currently I'm in MTech second year. Thanks, Hariharan. I hope like I have created some confusion. I feel that I will improve in next stream. See, it's all matters of practice, but if you start, like if you are completely new, right, So Leetcode is the best platform to start with. Once you are comfortable with logic building and implementation, you can move to code forces or code chef. See, because what I feel like in code forces, they more focused on mathematical part. If you already weak at math, so you think you are not good at coding, but it's not like that. You are not good at maths actually. If you want to learn coding, then I prefer Leetcode is the best platform, because here question are of kind DSA or not maths heavy, I can say. So once you make a proper grip, like you are able to understand the problem statement. See, understanding is different, explanation is different. I am like, if you see, like I have solved this problem under 30 minutes, but it felt difficult to even explain. So it's a different skill, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a different skill. Like, maths is a different skill, coding is a different skill. If you focus on mathematical part and coding parts, then I can say go with Code Forces Code Chef. And if you want to only improve your coding, then go with Leetcode. Second year, MTech second year, bro. और तो बस ऐसे. और there is one more thing, like I'm I'm experimenting. It's a duel. You can guys join the Discord also. Let me share my Discord link. See what I'm thinking, like I'm creating a dual battle type thing, like atmosphere. Like two people can come and battle. Difficulty level is easy. In duel, actually, the main focus is the implementation part. Let me share my Discord. I think I have added my Discord link in description also. So what I'm planning, like if I got see if I got people's, like, so it's a quite learning and fun activity actually, because there is no like math heavy or implementation heavy problem. It's just 800 rated code forces problem. And you can also I have also posted, like uploaded one video today itself. It's a dual video. So likewise, if I get a candidate, I will do regularly. Otherwise, I need to find the candidate who are actually interested. Or anything else, or कोई suggestion if you guys have. Surely I will improve my explanation skill day by day. Profile review कौन सी? Leetcode की code forces? Anything else, guys? Any suggestion? बाकी तो I have solved lots of question and daily practice improve your problem solving skills. And one more thing, consistency is also important. Like you will not good at the thing in just a few months or a week. Chalo guys, it's a nice stream. First time ever इतनी व्यूज आई है लाइव स्ट्रीम में. नाइस. बाकी तो गाइस आई रेगुलरली डू एट कोड फोर्सेस. आज है ना ड्यू 3. Div 3 is nice actually. Div, like if you are beginner, then try to participate Div 3 or Div 4. They are actually good contest. Today we have Div 3, right? This is the nice, like do participate. Div 3 is an educational round. That's all guys about this train. Thanks everyone for joining. It's lot actually. Bye.